We are back at it in the lab, and this time we are working on loop dilution pour plate method. Um, so, as usual, make sure you're ready for lab. Make sure no watch, no jewelry, bracelets, hanging necklaces. Make sure you have proper footwear, um, eye protection, gloves. Make sure you have the tools you're going to need. Today we're going to have the backdoor incinerator. We have our inoculation loop, our test tube rack with our stock culture. Going to have 3 tubes. It's going to be labeled A, B, and C. And so what we're going to do first is clean up our area, make sure everything is germ-free. Leave that germicide, get that all cleaned up. Take those paper towels, wipe that up, and toss those in the biohazard waste. So, what we have are 3 tubes, A, B, and C. They have molten nutrient agar. Those have cooled down so they're able to be handled. So what we're going to do is going to get our inoculation loop because we're going to need that. Going to get our stock culture. What we're going to do, take that off. Make sure we incinerate the loop for about 10 seconds. Let that cool for about 3 seconds. Before that, we made sure this was mixed up, the culture. Now that that's cooled, take that, get some of the specimen, not too much. Make sure you don't touch anything with that loop. I'm going to put that into tube A. Get that into the agar. Incinerate that loop. That's about 10 seconds. You let that cool, set that down. And now A has what we've mixed from the stock culture. So we're going to take A, put it in the rack. Now we're going to need B. So we take A that's been mixed up, incinerate that loop again. 10 seconds. Let that cool for about 3 seconds. You're going to take some of what was in A. And you're going to transfer that to B. Transferred. Back to incinerate that again. 10 seconds. Let that cool. Set that down. Make sure you mix that up. Both B and A. And now you're going to take the one C, and you're going to need to do the same from B to C. So we make sure that loop is incinerated. Decontaminate it for about 10 seconds. Let that cool for about 3 before you put that into tube B. Get some of that on there. And then tube C. Mix that in. Incinerate that loop. Let that cool and set that down. What you're going to need to do then, take the petri dishes that you've labeled A, B, and C related to the tubes that you're going to pour into them. Let's have your initials A, B, and C. You're going to take tube A. Make sure that's clamshell. You're going to dump the contents of A into the plate. That is set. We're going to roll that around. Make sure it covers the bottom. We're going to do the same thing with B. The corresponding petri dish. Again, clamshell. Dump that in. Place the top. You roll that around so it meets the edges. And our third one, got a little injured. So C, that corresponding tube. Dump that in. You can roll those around so they get all over the bottom of the petri dish. Now that you have those, you're going to place those plates after they set for about 5 minutes into the incubator. Those are going to sit for about 48 hours and see what we grow.